weeks. I think it's like 2 weeks within that time frame. Couple weeks within the month. Swing trading is like a couple of months, so normally like 2+ months out. And then you have your leaps. Your leaps are, you can pick all those, and you have those select dates, and it tells you right here the expiration dates on those. So we can even buy a contract for next Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday. We can do that and go out and oh, I don't even know why I tried closing that. We can go out like a couple of days if we really wanted to. I'm gonna do that too as well. I'm gonna be teaching a little bit of swing trading slightly, or have to worry about really anything else. Am I just frozen? Properly or not right now. So I just gotta check some stuff. Sorry about that. Gotta make sure we're all good over here. Anyway, so going back over, because I don't know if I lose you guys or not. So going back over to there, we're gonna just kind of go back. Boom. We're just gonna do 0 DTEs, and like I said, I'm gonna be teaching you guys a little bit about swing trading and stuff like that. So now we're gonna kind of keep it real simple. I'm gonna keep this smaller, so we're just gonna go 10 because I don't direction. So just gonna go back down over here. I'm gonna open up Trading View, obviously, the handy dandy Trading View, and look where we are today. Just kind of bringing this up here for you. Look where we are. Opened right here, came down, kind of tested this area. Like I said, this is my drawing from a couple days ago from that from the gap fill right here. You can see that's where I labeled it because it was a couple days out and we're there, but it's been. Let's just jump back over. Just jump back over to Webull really quick. I'm gonna pull up all my other general move is. See, I need this to be. What is this? This is NVIDIA. NVIDIA, Vago, boom. All right, so yeah, it looks, I don't know, the Bollinger Band's a little oversold here really quick. General direction is still down. So let's see if we can come back up here and retest one of the EMAs and then possibly jump in here. I don't want to jump in too early. Yo, what's up, man? All right, so it looks like my YouTube reconnected then. Okay. I was having troubles connecting my YouTube. I don't know what's been going on, dude. It's been a little wacky this morning, so this video is probably really chopped, but luckily for us, it's totally fine. I'm going to have multiple other videos I'm going to be going over. How's the sound? Does it sound all right, by the way? Big Pinky Nate, Jiraiya. That's... See, but it doesn't show me live on my YouTube. It doesn't show me live on my YouTube at all. Like, I'm just tripping, or? Yeah, it looks like a bunch of them are just kind of sitting there in my live posts. Alright, I'm going to post this link, the YouTube link. Yeah, I don't know what's been going. Anyway, I went out last night and bought a mic. All right, beautiful. So we're going to be playing puts right here off the fish. Going to simulate 10. All right, looks like we're in. Let's get it. Fred. What's up, Fred? Anyway, as I was saying, Big Pinky Nate, I went out last night. Boom, look at that rejection off the 50. Bam. That's exactly what we were looking for. Just jumped right into it and look at that. We're already killing it. All right, let's see this. Look at this nice big red candle. Thing off the 5-minute MACD kind of across the board for tech, and it looked like we are still going to push down, and that's exactly what we got over here. You got that nice big push down. I think we're still going to be pushing down. The only reason why I thought we were going to come back up and retest is because we looked over here on TradingView. Boom, we broke the Bollinger Band 2 times, came back up, tested, and we pretty much tested the line that I already have drawn right here. Boom, rejection, huge big red candle down. We should be up a big amount of money. It's just when you're paper trading, um, something's happening right now. We got some news today? I don't know. I don't remember us having some news today. We're probably sitting at break even right now. We got in at 155. What contract? 710. We're sitting at 163. Obviously, you'd be up even more so if you kind of held all the way through. And as you can see, we're still getting that nice good rejection down. The volume's still there. RSI is sitting at like 41. So boom, look at that. We're up $320 on the trade. We're going to be looking for an exit price at $2. So I'm just going to get ready to exit. We're going to close right here at this close button. And I'm going to customly put this in. Transition. $2 on this right now. We're sitting at 187. Looks like we're going to get it. You're already up $320, 20%. We're currently sitting at 189. Still up 310. See, we're looking at 20% right here. This is a great place to take profit. Normally, realistically, like I said, when I'm trading, I'm normally looking for 30%. I always see around 30% per trade. Looking to beat 709.01. See if we can get this $2. Like I said, I still think, oof, hitting that reversal here real quick. It's a bull and a bear fight right here. Something's happening. This would be a great place to exit, actually. Let's get out of this. Let's cancel this. So I'm going to go over to my orders right here that are working. I'm going to cancel that. And you know, we're going to close right where it's at. So well, I mean, it's basically already almost at $2 now. All right, we're just going to stay in it. We're going to stay in it for $2. Hopefully this doesn't reverse right here as a support, which it's looking like it will. Yep. Oof. Should have got out on that one. All right, so I'm gonna cancel this order here real quick, and I'm gonna read. So list price. Obviously, we're above that, so we're gonna close at 173. Yeah, this is pushing. This is nice reversal right here. All right, I'm just getting out. I'm just getting out in profit anyway. Even if it heads back down, even if we reject off the 50. Now, realistically, when you're not paper trading like this, you're gonna see the option chain actually move really fast, like second to second to second, obviously. So it's a lot easier to exit the play doing that. But Nvidia looks like it wants to come back down really right here. Wants to come back down. Microsoft looks like it wants to continue down. These EMAs are all tangled up right here. Had the 5 cross the 50, come up, rejected, 13. Anyway, I'm looking at calls right now just for a short-term gain. We're going to go 157 for the price. Oh, well, that's because I don't want to sell. I want to buy. Here off the 50. Oh, nope. Didn't get it. Hard rejection. Immediately. Immediate rejection. This is a violent kind of day. This is crazy. Yeah, now we're just kind of watching here real quick. Like I said, this candle's it's a little crazy day. Big rejection, but we're still kind of just above here. Or we just get lit all the way down. I'm banking on the 5 across, small support right here. Nothing too crazy. But this is what I was banking on. I was just calling a little early. We did get that hard rejection, and it's different, multiple different things. Up on the play, 20 bucks currently. Let's see if we can beat the 50 right here. It looks like we will. This is exactly when we got the momentum swing coming across. They're really tangled up right here. This could either be a buy or we could get a hard rejection. Pretty much kind of what we saw off the 50 here. A whole bunch of orders are pretty much lined up. That's what I take this as. I take this as a whole bunch of orders and a whole bunch of people buying right here in this area. And look at that. We got a nice big green candle. See, it takes a while for this to register, for this to even go through. And that's what I said. This, when you're paper trading on Webull, it's just there's a slight delay in there. So don't worry if you don't see this number moving up really fast. So, and that's kind of what I want to lead into a little bit too, is like when you're getting into a position of options, like an options position, you're going to really try to look for your entry, right? Where do you want to enter at? Hard rejection. Either way, the momentum kept holding, and I'm kind of looking to exit like right up in this area, but it looks like we pretty much already did. I missed the exit, but this was the general area right here. And that's when it kind of goes with the resistance. I'm looking at these multiple candle closes at the top right here. Kind of looking for this to act as a resistance basically, which it did. If you really look at it on a technical base right here, boom. Because all these candles closed down below. So pretty much 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So kind of 8 candles right here. Even though they didn't hit the line exactly, right? You're looking at general areas of rejection. And that's exactly what happened right here. Rejected, rejected, rejected. Tried to break out, rejected, rejected. So the 50 couldn't break out, but the EMAs look like they were looking pretty good. And like I was talking about before, when we were in this put right here, off of the rejection of the 50, this looked like it was kind of gaining support, even though this had a big wick down. This candle right here, this engulfing candle, kind of told me, all right, we got the bulls and the bears fighting. It looks like the bulls want to kind of come in and step in. And that's exactly what kind of led. And then we stayed after the rejection again off the 50. That's why I said we're looking for confirmation, basically. And that confirmation for me was that the candle closed just above the 5 and the 13, and the next candle where I normally said I think yesterday around 2 or 3 candles is what I look for. Boom, this other candle closed above a little penny. Now it looks like we got the 5 crossing the 13. Look at that. And then also when we came over here on so you got both of those crossing over. Now it looks like we got overbought right here, and it looks like we're going to hit up to this resistance right here. So I'm going to be looking to get out right here. Boom, you should be up real nice. What are we at? 227. We'll go. We'll go 230. We'll see if we get that. So I just hit that sell here real quick. We'll probably bounce off the 5, but you should be up a good amount. What's the call? 709 call. Boom, we're out. So, and if you follow along, here's the P&L for the day, 320. I still think we have a little bit more momentum going upwards, but we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. But it's always good just to take profit. Now you could scale out. That's what I normally do. Normally scale out, take 5 contracts or however much, normally half or so out of the play. That way I'm taking risk. You're low risk, but with the volatility today, it's normally good just to get out completely. Take everything you got. And it looks like we're coming down and testing the 13 again. Here, let me open this up for you guys a little bit more. Look at that. Big O talks about this all the time too as well. Is that we come up, we break the Bollinger Band, boom, BB, overbought. Forgot what Mo was saying. I think it's either the 5 or the 13 or the 50 or pretty much whatever one's close. It depends on the situation, right? It's all situational. It really just depends. So for this example, it came down and tested the 13, pretty much also tested um and looks like we're bouncing back. And like I said, we're still basically in the channel that I drew a couple of days ago. So it's really important to just keep your basic technical analysis around until you see that shift change, and then you can either erase it or keep it up there. I personally like keeping it up there because you can always go back and use it for reference. You know what I'm saying? You guys have any questions about anything or anything like that? I mean, I don't even know who's in here right now. But anyway, that's what I was looking at, and it looks like we're also getting the 13 across here really quick. This would be a great, and this is what you're looking for. So like for me personally, like I know, like I said, statistically, that's exactly what happens is we break the Bollinger Band and we come down. Now, sometimes we keep breaking the Bollinger Band and the timing's just a little off or different. So it would be really hard to kind of gauge exactly when to enter. But after you watch it over and over and over again, you kind of get that pattern recognition to where you're like, okay, I kind of know where I kind of know where we are and how much people are piling in, and that's where it kind of goes in when you're looking at volume and stuff like that. The volume would be 7.45 million right now, average daily volume out of the 30 days, 82.4 million. So I'm just going to go back over here to Webull, and we're going to probably do a couple of more trades just so you guys can kind of see. So it looks like we still have a bunch of, and this is also too possibly headed, and where we might consolidate for the day. We're just in a straight. This is basically acting as a support right here, right here off of this general area. So it's always kind of good to look at the pre-market a little bit too, like I said. So if we break out above this, I would expect a little bit of a bullish movement all the way up to like 71151-ish area. So we'll see if that kind of carries out. So right now what I'm going to do, I'm going to just risk a put here because we're just going to see if it breaks down. Momentum. We'll just see if we get a rejection here. We're trying different things out here. So it's always good to kind of test things, and that's what paper trading is really good for, is testing your ideas and seeing if they work or not, or if you're seeing right patterns. Not respecting this line. We'll see. I'm going to give it like one or two more boom, right at the line. See, this is why doing your technical analysis is kind of important. Not saying that this other candle won't rip. We're going to head down. And obviously this is a red candle right now too. So maybe the entry was just slightly a little early. So these are like small things that I look for when it comes to trading. You know, when you're trading, this is where you should probably get out. The 50 is a really strong indicator of either bullish or bearish momentum. And obviously we're still above the 50. See, kind of like this right now. Now, what I'm also looking for too, because listen, I look at bullish and bearish cases. What I'm looking at, obviously, because I'm in a bearish scenario, I want this 5 to cross the 13. But this, like I said, this 50 is now acting as a support. And normally, like I said, the 50 is very strong when it comes to bullish or bearish momentum. But we're still in it. I'm still holding on. I'm still looking for a couple of more candles. I'm looking for confirmations here. One or two to three, 1 to 3 candles is really what you want to look for. Because technically we're still respecting the channel line. See, we're still getting that rejection right here. Let's see if we get the breakout or if we get the push back down here. Obviously, you know, I'm in that put, so we'll kind of see. Oh, nope, looks like she's fighting. But, I mean, realistically, like when you're looking to scalp too as well, and that's why scalping is also pretty important, and also peeling contracts off. So, you know, how we had this nice engulfing candle, I would have been taking multiple contracts off. Probably about half, so probably about 5. Still looks like we're respecting the channel right here. We're getting that rejection. Get it. Like I said, that's what I'm looking for. Got to be careful here. Still very much kind of in control here. You can see this candle right here bounce off the 50. This candle bounce off the 50. This one, this one, this one. Well, how many is that? 6? Wedge. A little wedge action right here. If you can kind of see it. See how it's like kind of tight? I don't know if you guys have any other questions. I have like about 5 more minutes before I got to get out of here. So any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that? I kind of ran through, what did we run through today? We ran through the options chain, where the calls and the puts are, strike price, right? Ask bid. Oh, I didn't really go over the ask and the bid at that little sell-off. Now look at the VWAP. We're right at the VWAP. We're going to test right here. But nice little sell-off here. Got to be careful too as well. Bollinger Bands right here. Nice. Look at that. Huge, 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 huge set off. Boom. I would be looking to exit right here. what? 7-Eleven. We should be up huge. Look at that, 417. I'm looking to close out right around here. What is even our... So yeah, I'd get out right here. Boom, get out. Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. 217. What do we want? 225. No, we're going 230. We're going 230 on that. But you can see we're up 380. We should be up a lot more, but boom, 460. Look where we're at, 27% right here. This is great. What'd I ask? I asked two. I like just gonna bring that up here. Well, it doesn't even really matter how big it is realistically, but you see it obviously. Right here, the P&L. So almost $1,000. Right there, and they were good, and you would have made a lot more too. When you're looking at them, like I said, you would make a lot more, because the options change. Like I said, there's just a slight delay when it comes to paper trading. Also, I'm probably gonna do another little paper trade next week as well. I'm gonna do a TradingView one at some point because TradingView has paper trading and I like the way visually the paper trade looks. But yeah, anyway, so listen, we made 3 plays today. All of them were profitable. We made the first play, boom, right off the 50, got that nice rejection down. We didn't exit quick enough. Paper, like I said, paper trading is lagging a little bit, but we did exit. Boom, we came back. We got into a call right here, right? I was looking right here off of this little call. Nice momentum up to break the Bollinger Band. Which we did. We got out, I think, on this candle right here. We're in a downward. Got in, I think, which one? We got in like right around here. I think we got on this candle. Had that shoot up. It didn't break above the 710.70. Had that rejection. The candle closed under the line, which I talked about pretty much making me believe there's momentum happening right here at the 50. And that's what I talked about earlier too. Playing the 50, you either have bullish or bearish. Been profitable today. So like I said, day P&L 810 for the day. You could have made a lot more. You'll probably make a lot. If you're still holding, you're looking at the 13 right here crossing the 50 and coming down. So you should have a nice big wash down. But that's pretty much it for me today, guys. I gotta go. I gotta get getting for work. So I'll talk to you guys later. I'll see you guys in the next one.